Okay, we're going to be shifting focus right now to an entirely different story right now. We're learning the Enforcement Directorate has got 5 days of remand from the PMLA court in the context of the Jharkhand former Chief Minister Hemant Soren. Hemant Soren will be remaining in ED custody for 5 days. Remember, this is the big case that was playing out right now in Jharkhand. Earlier today, the Supreme Court, you remember, refused to hear the Jharkhand Chief Minister's own plea about being arrested. This is a separate case. There were 2 different cases we were tracking today. He is going to remain in ED custody as we speak for 5 more days. The ED had asked for 10 days remand. So we'll try to get from our legal reporters more context on why the court has decided on a 5-day time limit. We'll bring you more context on this. Remember, just a few moments ago, we also showed you Champai Soren being sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Jharkhand. Champai Soren was appointed by Hemant Soren just a few moments before he was taken into custody by the Enforcement Directorate, following more than 7 hours of interrogation in Ranchi. My colleague Arunima with us. Arunima, can you tell our audiences what we should make of this 5 days remand, not 10 days remand? What will possibly take place next in this case?
So, the Enforcement Directorate wanted 10 days. They wanted to confront him with all the evidence that they have gathered, statements of co-accused, evidence gathered from the phone of co-accused, evidence gathered from the Delhi residence of Hemant Soren, and that's why they had sought 10 days. But the court in its wisdom has taken the decision that 5 days should be enough for now. Of course, ED can go back at the end of 5 days and say that our questioning is not over and therefore we want an extension of that 5 days. That option is still available. But for now, Hemant Soren will move from the jail in which he was lodged after he was sent to 1 day's judicial custody. He will move to the ED Ranchi office. If the ED team wants to travel with him to Delhi, they will have to seek a transit remand and inform the court accordingly. So for now, Hemant Soren will be at the Ranchi ED office for the next 5 days, where he will be confronted with all the evidence that the IO has gathered so far.
Okay. Arunima, if I could actually ask you to stay with us, I'll come back to you to ask you more about the other court case. Right now, let's also go over to our colleague Saurabh. Saurabh, just a few minutes ago, we were bringing our audiences visuals of Champai Soren being sworn in as the Chief Minister. How is the JMM possibly receiving this news of Hemant Soren receiving not 10 days, 5 days custody, but still he will be with the ED for the next 5 days?
See, the JMM supporters and leaders were eyeing on the Supreme Court for a kind of relief, but clearly when the Supreme Court, refused to hear on this case, they were disappointed and they were expecting then that Hemant Soren won't get relief from the PMLA court. Remember, yesterday the heated arguments took place inside the court where, the advocates of Hemant Soren was saying that it was a malicious case and it doesn't fall under PMLA. But, the Additional Solicitor General of India, Anil Kumar, was, speaking on behalf of ED in the court, and he said that there are evidences, there are incriminating documents which clearly proves that the money laundering is connected with Hemant Soren, and for that this case, the investigation is necessary. In fact, he also said that on several summons, Hemant Soren has not appeared and is not ready to cooperate with the ED. So it is necessary for them to take him into custody and interrogate and investigate the case further. And and after that, the ED advocates had demanded 10 days custody, but after that, the court reserved its order, and 1 day judicial custody was given to him and he was sent to Hotwar jail. Now when Hemant Soren and the lawyers advocates case came into the PMLA court for the order, it is said that now 5 days remand has been given to ED.
Sorry, we'll just come back to you in a second. I just want to